Muscle mommies want more protein and brands are racing to feed them. We've all noticed the protein epidemic, right? I mean, it's truly unavoidable at this point. But guess what? Somehow this situation is just getting started. Food is about to change in a big way, and there's a new layer. If you're a woman, not only are companies racing to feed you their products, but they're also trying to jam a lot of other toxic stuff down your throat as well. So in today's video, we're discussing the muscle mommy situation, the many lies of protein snacks, and so much more. But before we get into it, a message from today's sponsor, Foreo. Red light therapy is one of the coolest wellness trends of all time to me. I know some of you still don't believe it, but the science on red light therapy is solid and so interesting. It's called photobiomodulation. Specific wavelengths of light penetrate the skin and stimulate cell function, including collagen production. I've been doing it for years as part of my skincare routine. My skin is smoother, softer, less dull, and as far as I'm concerned, I feel like red light therapy just gives me something I don't get with my other skincare. Foreo sent me this FAQ 202 mask some time ago. It has 8 different wavelengths, including red and near infrared, the ones actually backed by research for collagen, fine lines, redness, and dullness. It's ultra lightweight and made of this flexi fit silicone that molds to any face shape. Now, what makes the FAQ 202 different is it's wireless. You can move around, read, do chores, all while getting the benefits of red light therapy. Using the FAQ Swiss app, you can switch between wavelengths, pull up guided routines, and personalize your treatments. I usually use the red light option for 20 minutes while I read or journal in the evening. If you want to check out the FAQ 202 or any other Foreo bestsellers, click the link in the description box below. Use code 30Docherty for an extra 30% off on almost all Foreo products. The code stacks on already discounted items, so you'll still get that extra 30% off. Thanks again to Foreo for sponsoring this video. So the article that started it all. Muscle mommies want more protein and brands are racing to feed them. Now, if you've never heard the term muscle mommy, it refers to jacked women who are visibly very muscular and work out really hard to get that way. But let's be real, is this who's driving the $30 billion protein snack craze? Probably not. But overall, women are now exercising and lifting weights probably more than ever before in history, which is crazy. It's a big deal. I mean, look at the workouts ladies were doing in the 30s. Then it was the jazzercise lady.
The hips, sugar. Come on and shake that cute little booty of yours. Ow! Ha! Yeah. Hup, 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 hup.
Then Richard Simmons.
Turn on your heart. Right. Take it out. Turn that heart on for me. Turn on for you.
Jane Fonda. Yeah, we have come a long way from the only appropriate female exercise basically being dancing in leotards and cool socks. Even the very first winning female bodybuilder, Rachel McLish.
Hi, I'm Rachel McLish.
Was so much less muscular than what we see today. Being strong at all historically was seen as a manly thing.
I think I display an enormous amount of femininity.
Oh
and
yeah,
I
I'm not saying that, but the look is one of...
The look is strength, and I think to me, what
Strength
demonstrates...
is a male word. A male
Strength
word.
is a male word. Women are afraid to show strength because they get chastised for it.
That was Joni Lauer, stage name China. She was a professional wrestler and a muscle mommy before being a muscle mommy was cool or even accepted.
I was called everything from a man to a lesbian to a just extremely rejected and extremely unaccepted.
I don't know how I stumbled upon her story recently, but I did. And I was hooked. The WWE scooped up China after 2 wrestlers saw her physique and thought it would be so cool for them to have a female bodyguard.
Are you ready?
They named her China because she was the opposite of delicate and breakable. She was an instant hit just as she was, but the show actually pressured her to lose muscle. shave her jaw down and get implants. And she did, and people went crazy for her. She became this big star and people just loved her. But despite this, despite her success, eventually she was just fired out of the blue, and the rumor was that she was fired because they didn't want to pay her enough.
Character was going backwards. For 6 years, I had wrestled men. My moniker was being this female killer, and then all of a sudden, I wasn't supposed to fight the guys anymore, and I was supposed to be this women's champion. And
the public does not want to see men losing to women. And for sure, for a man, it's perhaps a death knell to his career to lose to a woman. That may not sound fair, but it's bad business, possibly, to push a woman to beating men.
Was it completely necessary for me to tell you that China story? No, but for some reason I really wanted to. I watched like a whole documentary on her this week. My point is, thanks to our foremothers like Joni, strength training is extremely mainstream these days. So yeah, 100% women overall are exercising more and lifting weights. But this whole protein thing, the protein snack thing, it has gone far, far beyond that. Research suggests that women are leading protein demand around the world. 27% of women believe they aren't getting enough protein, which is significantly higher than the general population. There really are so many good reasons to eat more protein. The recommended daily intake in the United States was just increased not that long ago, and I've read a lot of experts saying this is an incredibly good thing. But are protein Doritos the answer? Is this cheese that is literally just cheese, but someone wrote protein on it the answer?
This is cheese, guys. Protein snack bars. Do you know what the ingredients are? Cheese. The ingredients are cheese. That's it. Squares of cheese, but they rebranded it as protein snack bars.
And importantly, are these protein Pop-Tarts the answer? Which, by the way, can we take a quick look? These only have 10 grams of protein for 2 Pop-Tarts. 5 grams of protein for 1 Pop-Tart. That is very bad. That is a very, very bad ratio of protein to everything else and protein to sugar. Yet, to my dismay, look at the comments. Very delicious and healthy. Pop-Tart's Bumpin' Blueberry protein has been very tasty and actually is healthy for you. There's also a lot of blueberry in these Pop-Tarts. The protein Pop-Tarts are so yummy. I don't feel bad about stealing them from the kids. Definitely makes me feel better about a breakfast on the go. It shouldn't. There's nothing better about it. It's barely any protein. Quality protein. These Pop-Tarts are amazing. They have the same great flavor as the OGs, but the added protein makes them the perfect way to start the day or as an afternoon fuel booster. I will definitely keep these on hand. They're not the perfect way to start the day. They are not even a high protein food. 5 grams of protein on a 180 calorie Pop-Tart is, I don't think you should be allowed to write protein in big letters like that on the front if that's the actual nutrition info of the product. The only redeeming quality here is that these do all appear to be paid reviews, but I still feel like they're genuine. These people were sent the Pop-Tarts. That was their review. The protein snack apocalypse is here, and now it's turned its sights on women. Girls just want to have more protein, and the snack industry is cashing in. Once tied to the gym bro stereotype of mysterious powders and potions, the category has gotten a glow up, turning niche products into breakout hits. Today's protein snacks encompass a wide range of products from meat sticks and chicken chips to popcorn and milk, as well as shakes and ice cream, all enriched with added protein. Yeah, it's crazy to think that just 10, 15 years ago, female-coated gym supplements and protein products were very, very rare. At that time, they were mostly aimed at pretty serious male gym goers. If you wanted a supplement or even a tub of protein powder, you would have to get in your car and go drive all the way over to a dedicated supplement store. Then when you got there, all the products would be mostly solely focused on men. Plus, if you tried to buy a protein bar back then, it tasted like chalk. It tasted like chemicals. It tasted like some part of it sat somewhere too long. But today, not only do female targeted supplements exist, Alani Nu, Bloom immediately come to mind. They both built huge empires off targeting almost 100% women. But beyond that though, we are now just jamming health benefits into every and anything at the grocery store. And this means we are about to live through a brand new, updated version of the 90s diet craze. You know, the one where every single product on the shelf promised you it was low fat, low calorie, and going to get you snatched? We are about to go through something similar right now.
Special K. Keep the muscle, lose the fat.
Now, I won't talk about this too much because I already did a whole video on it. I talked about it extensively in this video here. But so far, this new diet craze, if you want to call it that, it just looks like protein on the front of absolutely everything. Protein in front of products it really has no business being in front of. Brands just leaving their product the same, but just writing protein on the front of it. But this is just stage one. We are very early right now. Soon, almost every product on your grocery store shelf is going to be promising you that it's healthy and it's chock full of benefits. And this is a big problem because it's mostly just a big scam. As women increasingly embrace strength training and high protein diets, they're snapping up clean ingredient and better for you snack options in numbers brands say they've never seen before. Chomps, for example, the meat stick, the jerky. Jerky, pretty classically male product. If you look at the products on the shelves, they always kind of have a very male vibe to them, but this one has more than a 70% female customer base. They're especially popular on forums among women who have recently given birth, thanks to their convenient, individually wrapped packaging, which makes them easier to snack on while breastfeeding. Never would have guessed that in a million years. And I also wouldn't have guessed that women are now the main buyers of chips made out of chicken breast and bone broth. Wild protein chips, they look like normal chips, but they are made of chicken. This company also reports that 70% of their customers are women. The idea of a chicken-based chip is so insanely unappealing to me. All I can think about is it's this iconic clip.
Could I please have 10 kilos of chicken?
Chicken breast.
Chicken breast, yes.
Yeah, sure. You want 10 kilos?
10 kilos, yeah.
All right.
So in each one of these bags, I've got 130 grams of rice and 130 grams of chicken. And the cabbage will be 50 grams. Add water and blend it to consistency that you can drink it. It tastes like chicken soup gone a bit wrong.
Oh, hell nah. Yep, she just blended it up and drank chicken and rice and cabbage. But that is not what wild chips are up to, apparently. I had to know, I was so curious, I had to look up a video of someone eating them. Sounds crunchy, looks normal. Continued looking though, mixed reviews. Flavor is good, texture is bad. Once you're done snacking, you have to floss chicken bits from between your teeth. But yeah, women everywhere are stocking up on all different types of protein snacks. Chicken chips, puff bars, ice cream, Starbucks runs, pancakes, cereal, and everything in between. Yeah, this situation is absolutely exploding right now. And for me, one really strong signal that this is all moving in a very female direction is the fact that every single member of the Kardashian clan has launched a wellness product recently. Khloe, of course, has her Cloud protein popcorn. Kim Kardashian has a new energy drink. Kylie Jenner is marketing something called K2O, which I think is an electrolyte powder. And Kourtney is doing the absolute most. She's selling a vaginal health supplement, a sex supplement, and then also randomly creatine, which I guess she's made Kris Jenner the face of in order to target people in Kris Jenner's age bracket. Anyway, it is verifiably a wellness gold rush out there right now. On TikTok, women share high protein grocery hauls from Costco and Target, rating snacks not just by taste, but by macros and ingredient transparency. The rise of GLP-1 medications for weight loss, which require users to prioritize protein in their diet to maintain adequate nutrition, has accelerated the trend, creating a significant market opportunity. As a result, the protein snack market is growing rapidly, with projections indicating that it will reach $32 billion this year and $46 billion by 2030. These snacks are moving from macho to modern, and it's important for brands to make sure that they feel relevant to women in particular. Here's the thing, protein is genuinely so important. If you're lifting weights, it's a must. If you're not lifting weights, it's still a must because it can help you prevent loss of lean muscle tissue. It also majorly helps with hunger and satiety, keeping you fuller longer and improving body composition. And of course, it's extremely important if you're trying to lose weight or you're on a GLP-1. But protein snacks are their own thing. They are not equivalent to a chicken breast. And I am concerned that enough people will start to believe that eating protein snacks is the answer. Protein is getting such a health halo right now that people think they're actually doing something good for themselves by picking up overpriced protein Doritos.
Doritos just dropped protein chips. A serving of 10 chips clocks in at 150 calories and 10 grams of protein. Regular Doritos, a serving clocks in at 11 chips, 150 calories and 2 grams of protein. For 10 grams of protein per serving, I don't think that's a bad trade-off. I'm super impressed. Well done, Doritos.
And I'm kind of concerned about how far this could possibly go. I think that people loading up on these snacks while believing that they're making the healthier choice is it's probably going to become the dietary issue of the decade. At the exact moment that the world has collectively decided that they need to eat better, people want to seek out whole foods, prioritize protein, eat less sugar. The food industry has popped back up to provide us with their solutions, which is the exact same trap that people fell for with diet food in the 90s. And spoiler alert, not that many people lost weight, and not that many people got healthier. The thing is, protein snacks are ultra processed junk food plus a little bit of added protein. Protein chips are still chips. Protein ice cream, still ice cream. Protein bars, most of them are just chocolate bars with added protein. Plus, an extremely important point. There is a huge range in the quality of these protein products. The gold standard is obviously whole foods. Chicken, eggs, beef, seafood, dairy, plus, of course, the vegetarian whole food options, your usual suspects. No protein snack is better than this. No matter how hard they try to convince you, no protein snack is going to be better than these sources. Level 2 would be a protein powder made by a reputable company with good ingredients, a company that actually is trying to provide you with a quality product. But then we really just have the whole range of protein snacks, where all of a sudden products that we would normally easily classify as junk food are being seen in this new healthified light. I hate to break it to you, but if you want to increase your protein, the best way to do it, it's still gonna be those whole foods. So many people were calling those Pop-Tarts nutritious on the Pop-Tart website. I know they were paid, but that doesn't mean that those weren't genuine opinions. How are we here again? This year right now, we can't start thinking Pop-Tarts are healthy because they wrote protein in big words on the box. They are the same old Pop-Tarts as before, they just wrote protein on the box. Don't let them do you like that. Plus, you never really know what kind of quality the protein is in these snacks, right? Companies can actually play tricks to make the number that shows the grams of protein on the box look good without that number even being true. Built Puffs, for example, very popular product. I've had one before. They're tasty. I actually worked with them back in the day when they had protein bars, and I wasn't as into hating on ultra processed foods. Well, this product uses mostly collagen protein, so I'm not really sure how they're able to claim that they have as much protein as they do, because collagen doesn't perform the same way as normal protein does. Collagen lacks essential amino acids, particularly tryptophan. It has PDCAAs of 0.0. Collagen does not support muscle building or protein synthesis in the same way complete proteins do. It's useful, but it's not the same thing, and companies aren't required to differentiate, so you could be thinking you're getting a lot more protein than you are, especially if you're filling up on these snacks. Plus, there are even more deceptive hacks that companies can do involving not even adding collagen, lower than that. Things that make the number on the box look good, but don't actually do anything to benefit your body. And it's important to say that in addition to muscle building, the reasons for eating protein are many, right? People are likely eating them for body composition, weight loss, feelings of fullness. Except for a lot of people, all 4 of these things are going to be negatively impacted by ultra-processed foods. With or without protein, these foods are loaded with sugar, no fiber, too easily digested just due to the way that they're created. But yeah, there are gonna be people out there eating more snacks than ever because they don't realize that this dream of healthy junk food is really a mirage. People are being sold the idea that you can eat as many healthified junk food snacks as you want, when it's just not true. Not saying that these are terrible as a treat, as long as you know they're a treat and you're not under the false impression that there's something more than they are. Is a protein Pop-Tart better than a normal Pop-Tart? Yes, in that it has a tiny amount more protein. No, because some people now view it as a nutritious addition to their day and not the treat they saw it as before. Women move the market. As more women embrace lifting weights and focus on strength, energy, and long-term metabolic health, they've increasingly sought out protein-focused snacks. Google searches for terms like muscle mommy and strength training women have jumped this year, a sign that the strength-first mindset is no longer niche. Functionally, the products are largely the same as those marketed to men. However, by embracing a softer and brighter color palette, modern wellness-first packaging, and clean ingredient language to replace macho verbiage, these brands unlock their feminine side, and with it, female buyers. Okay, so I double-checked. Muscle Mommy is trending, which is kind of exciting to hear. I mean, in an era where every single week it seems like a new Hollywood celebrity shows up on the red carpet and sparks concern, as the tabloids say, looking how they look. Now, I know personally, seeing the celebrities showing up like this, I think it just kind of highlights the illness aspect of it all, of wanting to be that small. Here we go. Kind of a dark time for this, shrimps. Enough women are like, yeah, that doesn't influence me. I want to look strong. I want to be a muscle mommy. But doesn't that say something about the protein trend hitting so hard with women? Protein is a beauty product in a way, said David co-founder and CEO Peter Rahal. Fitness has always been part of a beauty routine, Rahal said, but David's new bronze bar and Instagram post showcasing David bars alongside gua shas and lipsticks are taking a more explicit aim at positioning protein as a lifestyle and beauty tool. Body composition is directly correlated to beauty. Beauty isn't just putting on makeup, it's also your figure, and so protein is a really good tool to help you achieve that. Though devoid of any mentions of weightlifting, Julia Fox's ab-bearing David campaign displays the kind of protein-fueled, toned physique that is increasingly a status symbol among women. The protein craze also runs parallel to the rise in GLP-1s, which women are using at higher rates than men. In other words, protein marketing for women is already becoming intertwined with beauty marketing. Look at this headline. Protein brands are the new celebrity beauty line. Makeup and skincare are out. Bars, shakes, and powders are in. What? Like, where are we headed right now? In all likelihood, before our eyes right now, we are seeing a new beauty standard take shape. And even though on the face of it, it kind of sounds like it could be healthier than ever, right? Healthy is the new look. Muscles are the new look. I mean, they literally are the one thing you can't buy. I read an Economist article not that long ago that said that now that people are buying skinny across the world, it's inevitable that the beauty standard will shift. For some reason, the thing with beauty standards has always been it must be very unattainable. In every culture across the world, beauty is always linked to the thing that's hard to get, like pale skin when most of society works outside type thing. So wouldn't that truly mean in a post-Ozempic world, the standard would shift to muscle? It would shift to looking like you hit the gym. Being that, like I said, muscle is the only thing that money can't buy. I mean, people have tried.
All right, you guys.
It's called synthol. And if you've never heard of it, people literally inject oil into their muscles thinking that other people can't tell, won't notice, I don't know. It could not be more obvious. There is no hiding. But anyway, back to the main point here. If brands are marketing protein products as beauty products, then what they're really doing is marketing quote unquote diet culture, right? And we're only at the very earliest tip of this right now, but you can already imagine where this new beauty standard could possibly go. Because it's not just gonna be, ooh, muscles and like looking healthy and hydrated. It's probably gonna be something like GLP-1 aided abs, but great booty too. Toned, muscular in exactly the right way, but only in exactly the right way. And of course, faces and probably other body parts touched by many extremely skilled scalpels. And here's the craziest part of it all. You're gonna have the food industry, the drug industry, and the beauty industry all joining forces at once, all pushing their idea of beauty to us at the same time. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I really feel like shit is gonna hit the fan for the younger generation. I don't know. At the end of the day, if your goal is to eat more protein, don't let the food companies convince you that there's anything better than your classic whole foods. Protein powder is a great tool. I've been loving unflavored protein powder lately. So easy to add into anything. And a protein snack can be a tool if, you know, it actually has the protein that it promises you. But it's just a tool. It's a supplement. It's a side note, not the star of the show. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.